What's up, guys? Welcome back to a Real Dealz TV episode this week. I've got a really cool property to show you. See this thing behind me? We'll overlay some footage here, but remember when I brought you out here before and we were just kind of framing it and you could kind of see the rough product? Well, now we got the finished product. And this is our first modern. We haven't done a lot of them just because it's kind of a new trend that's coming on pretty strong here in the Portland area. I know nationwide it's really strong and there's just a lot of demand for it. But this particular neighborhood is kind of an up-and-coming neighborhood, we'll call it, of Lake Oswego. It's the last area that can be redeveloped. And the only thing that's kind of preventing it from going gangbusters is the fact that some of it's on septic, some of it's on sewer. And so the city is letting the builders and developers kind of gradually extend the city sewer system. So, for example, the house next door here is actually on septic where we're on sewer. So gradually people are extending the sewer main lines. Fortunately, we're on sewer here, which makes it much more valuable. But what I'm getting at here is that this area is changing. It's the word is gentrification, I guess, in a lot of markets. And so this is the last pocket that can really gentrify and change. And so what we're doing here is a lot what we did, or a lot like what we did back in 2013, 14, 15 in a pocket called First Edition in Lake Oswego, which was a lot of really old rundown small houses in the center of town. And we went in and we started tearing them down and building them up. And we could sell them as quick as we could build them. And then every other builder in town saw what we were doing. We saw them, or they saw the margins that we were making, and they all jumped in and lot prices went through the roof. So this area here is very similar to that area, 7 or 8 years ago. Let's call it 7 years ago. And so there's a lot of big lots. There's some that have sewer available, some that are still on septic where you're gonna have to do a sewer main extension. But there's a lot of opportunity here for redevelopment. So we're on the very front edge of redevelopment when it comes to new construction in this area, which means we're now setting new price points, and we're really just changing the landscape of this neighborhood, which is cool. It's a cool feeling. And then over there, they're actually doing a whole new commercial redevelopment. They're putting a new street in, refacing the entire thing. So this is gonna be a real hot area as kind of time goes on and the redevelopment continues. But getting back to the product here, this is our first modern type home. It turned out amazing. We had an open house last weekend. I think we had 30, 40 groups of people through here. So one of our most successful open houses to date, and it may be sold by the end of the week. So we'll keep you guys posted, but let's go inside. Let's take a look at some of the features and you guys can check out our finished product. All right, so now that we're inside, beyond the house having some amazing design, because this is one of my most favorite houses that we've done in terms of our actual design, the floor plan turned out really, really good. And this was the first time we built this plan, so you never really know exactly how good a floor plan is gonna be until it comes to life and you finish the product, right? And you look at it on paper and you go, okay, it checks all the boxes, it has all the things that we know buyers want, but how does it live? How does it feel once you actually get it built? So this actually feels really good. So as you walk in here, immediately to your right, you have an office, which is always a great feature. We try and have those. As you come up here, we've got a powder bath, we've got lots of closets and storage space. It just feels very inviting. And then as you keep coming here, this is the one thing that kind of sets this house apart, right? You've got over here, you got your living area, you can see straight through into your backyard. And in the backyard, it's a 15,000 square foot lot. So you got your own park almost back there, which is very hard to find with new construction. Most new construction are on very tight lots, especially in the world of infill, because there's just not a lot of land left. So you got this open concept living here with your living area, kitchen, dining area all together. But what really sets this house apart and what's hard to find is as you kind of come over here, you get master on the main. And this is what is ultimately gonna really sell this house easily, because now it appeals to two sets of buyers, right? You get your downsizer buyer that maybe wants a 2,800 to 3,000 square foot house to kind of live the last chapter of their life in, but it's got master on the main, so they don't have to go upstairs, right? But they have an upstairs if they have family. They have other bedrooms, a suite up there, another bath beyond that. So if family comes in town and wants to stay with them, they've got plenty of room for it. But if they want to live on the main floor, and that's pretty much how their day-to-day life goes, they can. But on the other side, if it's a family that has some younger kids, maybe not babies, but younger kids, they can send the kids upstairs and they can live on the main floor as well. So this house appeals to both buyer pools, which is why we built it. But as you come in here, you can see it looks out into your backyard, which is like a park. Great size master here, which then goes out to your outdoor covered area. And then really, this is amazing. As you'll see, there's some undercap lights here on the vanity, but you come in here and you've got a huge master, amazing shower, toilet room, tub, walk-in shower, just all the things that you want to really get a high price point, especially when you're trying to change what the price points are in a given neighborhood, and this house fills all that. Take you guys out here real quick. This is the doorway to the outdoor covered living. As you can see, one of the cool features we did is that right up there. That's an electric heater. So all you gotta do is just turn it on and you immediately get heat. So in the Pacific Northwest, it's warm for, let's call it June, July, August, part of September. Outside of that, it's a little chilly. So if you wanna have people over, boom, there you go. You can have them out here and you turn that on, it gets warm just like that. But this is what is necessary in new construction. If you're building new construction in a climate where it rains, you really need outdoor covered living. And with this also, we always do skylights, you'll see here, and that skylights brings more natural light in. If we didn't have these, it would feel very dark right here. So skylights are an important feature. And then of course, you've got your backyard. So all of these are really fantastic sales features, and I'm sure our buyer will really recognize them. All right guys, you've now gotten the tour. You can see the kitchen here. We've got all kinds of cool features in here as well. Some really cool quartz here on the counter. This house turned out amazing. This is one of my favorite houses. I know I say that every time, but this one's different. We haven't done a modern before, and I have to say I really kind of dig it. So anyway, I'm sure it'll be sold pretty quickly. We'll keep you guys posted, but hopefully you enjoyed the tour, and hopefully you learned something along the way. See you on the next one.